you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Giants' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To the air, Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mims in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marvin Mims, 35 yards. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set! Bronco 80!
They'll look to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
9 yards to go. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Viking 18! Let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it is caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready? Gravity Lions. Panther Street, Panther Street. Ready?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 37-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's Dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys will be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
An inside give, Brown. They'll get this down to the 38.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Let's go now. 70.
Working out of the gun is Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Dart from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Seven's hot. Here we go. 70 race. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Hot.
Back to throw here. That's taken in by Kraft. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Throw left side complete. That's Cunningham. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
Okay, ready? Ready. Like it. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Bronco 80. 19 Lions.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And it's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk, hey, smash Bronco.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. He's into the secondary. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them the chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, New York.
Play action now. Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
60 Eagles, 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Okay, break.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Giants 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Liking.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Come on, come on. That's Dragon 6, Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready?
2nd and 11. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready?
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. '79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Okay, ready?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Stephanie! Bronco 80.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It's 4th down.
.157 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Let's stay 19.
Now Dart. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To the air again. Dart. On the RPO. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nolan Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Dart. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football 1st and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get him to the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
Cougar 19.
2nd and 9 now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Ready?
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
19, 18. Go.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Steady.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught. It's Cunningham. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
18, 5 here. Let's go now. Trap 6, crack all 80. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Okay,
so
ready?
now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar. Hey, check that. Street. Stop low, 18.
Back to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
What an Excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dart going to look to throw here. And Davis with it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
To throw, Dart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. That's taken in by Kraft. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now back to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works, and the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Here we go, here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So they boost their advantage here in the 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the 4th quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
26. Giants 14.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Operating from the gun, Weaver. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Let's go. Track 60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tag. Crackle 80.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 5.
Hey. Gravity Lions. Viking 18.
Again, it's Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Weaver. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Weaver. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
60 Vikings.
First down, Giants.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation.